Hi there, my name is Kundan and this show is Mind Blowing Mondays. And this topic is about how to manifest money and the best way to do this and the unconventional way that I'm going to talk about manifestation and money. And so here I have a quote that I made. It says here, the best way to manifest money is to set the intention that you will use that money to help usher in the new world without money. That is, without a monetary system. That's an astonishing paradox, right? It's true. And I'm not going to get into details about why the monetary system is not the best system in the world. I can post links below regarding that. In the meantime, though, I am going to read some quotes by Buckminster Fuller that alludes to a much better world than the one we're in right now, the more beautiful world that our hearts know is possible. So let me show you a few quotes. I'm going to start off with this one. It is now highly feasible to take care of everybody on earth at a higher standard of living than any has ever known. It no longer has to be you or me. Selfishness is unnecessary. War is obsolete. It is a matter of converting the high technology from weaponry to livingry. Let me show you another one. Everything you've learned in school as obvious becomes less and less obvious as you begin to study the universe. For example, there are no solids in the universe. There's not even a suggestion of a solid. There are no absolute continuums. There are no surfaces. There are no straight lines. Let me show you another one. We must do away with the absolutely specious notion that everybody has to earn a living. It is a fact today that 1 in 10,000 of us can make a technological breakthrough capable of supporting all the rest. The youth of today are absolutely right in recognizing this nonsense of earning a living. We keep inventing jobs because of this false idea that everybody has to be employed as some kind of drudgery because, according to Malthusian Darwinian theory, he must justify his right to exist. So we have inspectors of inspectors and people making instruments for inspectors to inspect inspectors. The true business of people should be to go back to school and think about whatever it was they were thinking about before somebody came along and told them they had to earn a living. Yet another one right here. This is my favorite. I am enthusiastic over humanity's extraordinary and sometimes very timely ingenuity. If you're in a shipwreck and all the boats are gone, a piano top buoyant enough to keep you afloat that comes along makes a fortuitous life preserver. But this is not to say that the best way to design a life preserver is in the form of a piano top. I think that we are clinging to a great many piano tops and accepting yesterday's fortuitous contrivance as constituting the only means for solving a given problem. And that right there is how I feel about the monetary system. That it is a piano top that we've been using as a life preserver just because it's there. But there are better systems. And when we set the intention that we will use the money that we get from the work we do today into creating a better world without a monetary system, we tap into the vast creativity and freedom of our higher self that's connected to everyone and everything, to the suffering of the world. And so it's really this commitment that I'm talking about is really ultimately a commitment to alleviate the suffering of the world, which in turn is a commitment to your own core integrity and your heart virtue. Your heart virtue is your deepest value that you were born with, that you're even willing to die for, that is completely non negotiable. And it's so deeply meaningful to you that every time you experience it or express it, you actually have goosebumps and chills and these tears of joy. And the beauty of knowing your heart virtue is that all these amazing moments of ecstasy don't have to be accidents anymore. You can build your life around it. And it's something you were born with, and so it never changes. Your other values can change because they come from society, from religion, media, parents, etc. But this value never changes. That's why you're even willing to die for it. And oftentimes your heart virtue is really ultimately all about serving the entire world, going from your self-centric nature into world-centric nature. It's about alleviating suffering. That's ultimately what every heart virtue is all about. And and here's the key. The key is to love money in the meantime, to be okay with it. And so it's quite a delicate balance to love the world as it is, but also love the world as it could be, even more. Interestingly enough, the greatest structure of the world's greatest speeches, whether it was Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech or Steve Jobs' announcement of the iPhone, all these speeches that really moved people and inspired millions and changed the world, they followed the same structure, the same life philosophy. So let me show you what I mean right here. That right there is the secret structure of the world's greatest speeches. It starts off with what is, tips off into what could be, what is, what could be, what is, finally ending with the new bliss, the new norm, the new vision of the amazing new world, the more beautiful world that our hearts know it's possible. And it's not about putting our heads in the sand. It's really about seeing so clearly the world as it is and describing it so clearly, and then being able to beautifully describe what could be, and then going back into describing what is, and beautifully describing what could be, and finally ending with a new norm. And that is how to live life as well, to completely be okay with what is, and at the same time move towards what could be, create that new world. And I'm finding in my own life that the more I'm committed to creating that new world, and that new world without a monetary system, it's when I started manifesting more and more money. So thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Subscribe to my channel. Also subscribe to my website, blissgasm.com, for even more valuable tips and ways of being and living an amazing life. All right. Have a wonderful day.